Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Mike McKinstry with Bassquatch Hunter TV, and I'm sure you know that already because you're on the channel watching the video. So, I'm assuming you know that it's Mike McKinstry, and I'm assuming you know it's Bassquatch Hunter TV. So, this is Coffee with Bassquatch Volume 9. I got my coffee here, so this is 6 o'clock at night. Usually we do these videos during the week and in the mornings, during the weekdays when most of you guys are out at work. But I wanted to do this one later in the day when more people are home and off work because we are doing viewer questions and answers for this episode. So the last episode, which was Coffee with Bassquatch Volume 8, we did a little contest where I told you guys as viewers and subscribers to go on the channel, hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and then post a question in the comments that I will answer on the next video. So the people that I picked questions from get a free prize for asking questions that I could use in the video. So needless to say, there are some prizes to give away today, and there are some questions to answer today. So let me back this camera up just a little bit, if I can, without losing the background. Okay. So, we're going to answer some viewer questions today. We're going to go over some cool fun facts. We're going to go over what's new with Bassquatch Hunter TV. My beard is going crazy today, so I keep on screwing with it. I've been working in my garage for like the last 2 or 3 hours. But, so, let's start out by announcing what the prizes are. So, I picked 3 questions from 3 different viewers that asked questions and posted them on the last video. Each winner... Here's the exciting part. Let's get for a drum roll. Each winner, each viewer that posted a question that I'm going to answer in this video, each of them are going to receive their very own package of Z-Man baits. So these are the new Z-Man Elastec TRD hogs. So each person, there's 3 of these, each person who posted a question on the last video that I am answering this video is going to receive a free package of new Z-Man Hogs baits in the mail. Free of charge, shipped right to your door. These will go in envelopes as soon as this video is over and be shipped out this week. So congratulations to these guys. So that being said, if I do answer your question in this video, please make sure that you send me a message on Bassquatch on Facebook. Go to @BassquatchHunter on Facebook, and I'll be able to get your address and shipping address and ship these to you. Chuck said, "What's up, Mike?" What's up, Chuck? How you doing, man? I didn't realize that I said, "What's up, Chuck?" I almost invited you on the water today, by the way. I went out and froze today and skunked. Today is like the first day I've skunked in like 3 months, and I skunked. I only spent like 2 hours on the water, or 2.5 hours on the water, because I had some filming to do too. So that being said, I didn't have a whole lot of chances, I guess. Like I only threw 2 baits the whole day. Like I was being kind of picky, so it wasn't the best day of fishing. Anyway, so I announced the prizes. This is what's going to be given away today to the 3 people that I picked. Yes, maybe this weekend. So, Chuck, I am fishing Friday, and I am fishing Saturday this week. It's going to be about 30 degrees on Friday, and it's going to be about 37 on Saturday. Saturday, I do have some filming to do as well, so I'm not going to be fishing the entire time. But if you want to come out Friday, I'm going to be probably on Union Lake on Friday, and probably the same on Saturday. A lot of good smallmouth. Cold water loves smallmouth. So, that being said, if you guys haven't seen the new video I posted, I almost kicked over my camera. If you guys haven't seen the new video that I posted yesterday on YouTube, on this channel, it's called Wintertime Fishing. I filmed that like 5 days ago, I think I got the footage from. It was probably 40 degrees that day. It was freezing cold. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, make sure you guys go back and watch that video too. The wintertime fishing video. It'll help you guys get on some fish in the cold water. Whether you're in Texas or up here in Michigan or in Seattle or Maine, cold water happens. So the video I did for fall time fishing last month, will help you guys a lot for the fall transition. Then the wintertime fishing is when the water gets below 45 degrees, which is what it's at right now. So make sure you guys watch that video too. So what's new with Bassquatch Hunter TV? So I am leaving in, I think, 10 days to head down south. I'm going down about 12 hours. I'm going down to Tennessee, stopping in Kentucky, stopping in probably Georgia. I found out today that I might be going to North Carolina now too, and doing some filming with some good buddies down there. Possibly, not 100%, but possibly have some guest appearances from Gene Jensen, the Fluke Master, and from Chad Hoover from Kayak Bass Fishing. So maybe some other special guests too. So I'm still working on things. It's kind of last minute being put together. It's gonna be a lot of fun though. So I'll be down there filming, and when I get back from that, I am spending the entire month of December in Michigan. I'm not leaving. I'm not doing any events. I'm not doing any shows, any expos. I'm literally going to try to do absolutely nothing except spend December with my wife and spend December working on switching over my fishing gear, getting everything ready for the winter time, for my traveling, for everything like that, getting my schedule together, take a few weeks to myself, because then January hits, I have fishing shows, fishing expos. February I have fishing shows and expos. March I have like 3 or 4 in the week of March, plus the KBF National Championship that I'm filming. So I'll be home for like 4 days in March. Then April I'm going to be in Texas. So it's going to be crazy. So make sure you guys watch though, because next season Bassquatch Hunter TV is going to blow up, and I have some amazing things in store for you guys. Some really cool new things that will be coming from the channel next year, and I'm super excited. It's going to be night and day difference. So this year I focused mostly on bringing you guys some cool experience videos, some cool content, and trying to listen to you guys as much as I can on what you guys want me to adjust or change, so I can be more entertaining for you and also give you better information and be more educational. So next season I'm taking everything I learned from this year and throwing a few new things in the mix, and it's going to be incredible. I wish I would be here already. I'm so excited. So that being said, let's go into some viewer questions. So if you guys have any questions at all with fishing, kayaking, kayak fishing, rigging, anything at all, post it on here and I will answer it while we're going. If I think it's a really good question that takes longer than a few minutes to answer, then I'm going to save it for next week's video, and we'll also do the same thing. If you guys post questions on this video that are a little bit more in depth, or I think they're really good questions, then I might address them on here, but I will do a full length answer next week, and you will also receive a free prize. This week it's Z-Man baits. Next week it might be something different. It might be apparel, hats, it might be more baits. So post questions below on here anytime during the video, whether it's live or not, and if I choose your question to be answered in the video next week, then you'll get free prizes. What's up, Brandon Kidd? How you doing, man? Good timing, because I just decided to start doing questions. So, viewer question number 1. This question comes from Adventures 101. That's the YouTube channel, Adventures 101. So, Adventures 101, congratulations. You win a package of the Z-Man hogs that I'm going to send to you. Send me a message. Go to @BassquatchHunter on Facebook. Just go to Facebook. On the top search bar, type the @ and then Bassquatch Hunter. You'll go to my page, the Bassquatch Fishing page. Send me a message with your address and that you won baits, and I will send these to you immediately. So, the first question comes from Adventures 101. He said, when the winter comes, what do you do with your gear? Do you have a system, or do you just pack it all away? So this is a cool question, because I was actually excited when I saw he posted this question. I was kind of excited to answer this question because I didn't even think about telling you guys this. So in the wintertime, I'm in Michigan, so we have winters that are down. Right now it's like 35 degrees outside. It gets down to like 19 to 25 at night right now. We're probably going to have snow in the next few weeks, and we'll start getting ice on the lakes, and then kayaking is dead in Michigan. So that's when I travel down south. So here's the thing. I pack up most of my stuff during the wintertime. I always keep my main kayak and my main fishing gear in my trailer outside in the cold, which I hate doing, But all my rods and tackle go in my fishing room, which is heated. It's in the house. My kayak and everything stays out in my trailer because I travel down south and I need it ready to go. My other kayaks and my other gear that I'm not using, those go in my basement. So I have kayak racks in my basement, and I put each one of my kayaks on its own rack, and I put all the gear in the kayak, and it sits flat, and it's temperature controlled. It's in my basement. It's in my house. And I clean them, and I work on rigging, and I try new rigging options during the winter times. I have downtime, obviously. Then when the summertime comes, or springtime, I bring the kayaks back up, put them back in the trailer. They're ready to go. They're clean. They're reorganized. They're re-rigged. So any repairs that I have, if it's not major, I kind of just kind of rig it in the meantime. I don't do full repairs, and I don't during the season. I'm so hectic. I kind of just throw things together, and if something falls apart, I just find a way to make it work. During the downtime in the wintertime is when I actually will uninstall something and reinstall it or repair it or replace it, kind of redo the whole kayak and make it back to brand new shape for the following season. So to answer your question, Adventures 101, in the wintertime, all my tackle that I'm not using for my traveling, and so I'm going to Texas, I'm going to North Carolina, I'm going to Kentucky, I'm going to Tennessee, I'm going to all these places during the wintertime. So all my stuff that I'm not going to be using for those trips, my extra kayaks, paddles, stuff like that I normally leave in my trailer all year long, I throw in the basement, I keep it in storage, I clean everything up. That's the time that I use to clean everything, reorganize everything, fix everything, repair everything, restock any baits that I'm out of or low on. I kind of have time to reevaluate everything. So that's what I do with my stuff during the wintertime. Also, my situation is a little bit different because in January, the first week of January, when it's still snowing here, we have snow everywhere, the lakes are frozen, we can't kayak fish. I have kayak fishing expos, I have kayak shows where my kayak and my gear is on display usually, so I kind of have to have it out. But yeah, that's what I do in the wintertime. So thank you for asking that question. I recommend everybody to bring their kayaks inside if they can, leaving them outside. So a lot of kayak manufacturers tell you that they can sit outside in the snow, it's not going to hurt them. Personally, I don't like leaving plastic in the freezing cold when it gets below zero because I feel like it's going to get too brittle. It could crack. It could get water inside the kayak and the ice expands. It could crack your kayak. I've seen that happen before too. So my bass boat, actually, I had a crack in the hull one year because it filled with water, and I had a hole in my my shrink wrap filled with water. It froze, expanded, and cracked the hull, and I had to rebuild the entire boat the next year. So I don't like leaving my stuff outside when it's cold. It's my thing. So Adventures 101, make sure you send me a message on Facebook and let me know that you won the baits for a viewer question in the video, and I will send these to you first thing tomorrow. So thank you for the question. So second question. So I happen to know this guy who asked this question. He is a fellow kayak angler. He's also the genius behind my new tattoo work right here. He did all this tattoo work right here. He did my fish with the camera and the pulse line right here. So he's a good friend. He's also an amazing tattoo artist. So he posted a question that I also love this question. Like, when I saw this question, I was so happy that he asked this because I love this question. So most of you guys that know me know that I love kids more than anything in the world. Like, kids are amazing. Kids are so innocent and incredible, and getting kids involved in the sport is one of the biggest things I focus on. That's one of the big things I'm doing for next year too, is I'm doing some kids camp next year, some kids camp work where me and a few volunteers are going to get together. I'm going to organize this big thing where we go to different kids camps that are on the water, on lakes. We bring kayaks, paddles, life jackets, fishing gear, fishing rods. We do an hour-long seminar on fish safety, how to handle fish correctly, how to paddle a kayak, kayak safety, swimming safety, stuff like that, the gear we use in our kayaks and why we use it. Then we do another hour on the water where we take the kids out on the lake, get some fish on the boats for them, teach them how to kayak fish, and get them excited about the sport that we all love. And I'm really passionate about doing that kind of stuff. So what Larry asked was, what age is good and safe to take kids on a kayak? With a PFD, of course. So I love that he added that in too, because I hate when I see kids on a kayak with no life jackets. It kills me. So that's a good question. So I don't have kids personally. I love working with kids. I have a lot of friends that have kids, and my nephews I take fishing. And I think it's up to you as a parent to really decide when your child is ready and able to safely operate a kayak on their own. But from my experience, I've noticed that usually is around like the 6 to 8 year old mark. I've seen 6-year-olds in kayaks that are perfectly fine. My 6-year-old nephew paddles a kayak by himself. He hasn't fished out of a kayak yet. I don't know if he could safely without hooking himself or causing any problems. But he does paddle a kayak himself very, very, very efficiently and very safely. So I would say probably around the 6 to 8 year old mark. It all depends on how your child is individually and how you are as a parent as far as teaching them fishing safety and stuff like that. If you have an opportunity to take your child on a kayak with you, like if you have a tandem kayak or if you have a big enough kayak, like my 13.5 lure is definitely big enough to take a 6 or 8 year old with me and he could sit in the front. But if you can take a kid out with you so you can still worry about watching him, making sure he's safe, making sure he can unhook a fish correctly without hooking himself, make sure he can, handle manage his tackle, hold a fishing net, stuff like that. If you have an opportunity to get a kid on a kayak at the same time as you, I highly recommend that. It's so much fun, it's super rewarding, and you get to watch someone enjoy a sport that you love, and be safe. So to answer your question, I would say it's up to your judgment as a parent when your child is ready to safely manage a kayak and a fish on its own. But somewhere between the 6-year-old and 8-year-old range is what I've seen. So that's all I can say from that because I don't have kids myself. So hope I answered that question for you. But Larry, make sure that you send me a message and let me know your address or let me know when I can meet up with you since you're local. And I will give you your package of free Z-Man baits. So the third question and final question from a viewer on my last video. And if you guys have any further questions on any of these topics that I'm bringing up, this is meant to start discussion. So if you guys have any other ideas or if you think I missed something in my answers, please post them below. Feel free to post them below. And you can challenge my opinion. You can add to my opinion, whatever you want. At the end of the day, I don't know everything. These are not the be-all, end-all answers. I'm just giving you my opinion on the questions that you guys asked. So if you have any better answers for these people, please post them below. And I would love the extra help. And I love the appreciation that you guys have for each other. So feel free to start conversations on this post and on this thread. And that's how we all spread education. So the third and final question is from a viewer. His name is Daniel Kennedy. So Daniel Kennedy, congratulations. You get the last, third and final pack of Z-Man Hogs Finesse Elastec baits. So send me your address, go to @Bassquatch Hunter on Facebook, send me a private message or send me a message through YouTube with your shipping address and that you won these baits and I'll send them out. Excuse me. So Daniel's question was, with colder weather coming, what is some good cold weather fishing gear in general and for the budget fisherman? So you could have asked this question at a better time because, one, it's cold weather fishing in Michigan. Two, I just posted a video called Fall Time Fishing a few weeks ago, and yesterday I posted Wintertime Fishing video, which is literally the visual video answer to that question as far as what baits to use and they're affordable baits. So I wanted to answer this on here because it's kind of a good... it's a good segue for me to tell you guys to go watch those videos because those videos will answer that question way better than I can answer them right here. But I'm going to give it a shot. That being said, make sure you guys post on here. I want to see what you guys think too. So post on here what your favorite colder weather fishing bait is on a budget. So I don't want to see a $100 swim bait like that. I want to see the cheapest, best, most efficient bait that you guys use for cold water fishing. So most of you guys know my answer already, but it's going to be these right here. These are like a finesse craw. I use these as a trailer on the chatterbait. So for warm water or smallmouth fishing, I use these on a normal Z-Man head, Ned Lock head, like 10th ounce jig head. In colder water, I use these as trailers on my chatterbaits. So the chatterbait's my #1 go-to cold water bait. The chatterbait is one of the most versatile baits because you can use it in any depth. You can use it like a jig on the bottom. You can use it like a spinner bait. You can use it through weeds. You can use it on top of vegetation. You can use it if you burn it on top of a weed bed. It's almost like a top water, like a buzz bait. You can change trailers up so you can make it a big profile, small profile. There's so many things you can do with a chatterbait and the color combinations. So chatterbait's it's going to be my number one go-to cold water bait. All my record fish I caught last year were all on the chatterbait, and they were all in October, November. So they're all colder water fish. That being said, there's times where I like to throw a square bill. Square bill baits are also a very universal bait. You can throw them any time of the year. The reason why I like throwing square bills is if I'm trying to hit a target depth. The square bill, the 1.5 square bill from Burn Custom Baits that I use, that's the Bassquatch Hunter signature pattern. Not only is it my pattern, so it's my favorite, but it's my favorite because it's the pattern that I wanted the most because it's very effective. Any of you guys have used that pattern have noticed that it catches a lot of fish. It literally has a fish magnet inside of it. Like I catch fish everywhere with that bait all year long. In fall time, I like doing slow retrieves. I slow things down for the colder water. You got to think about this. If you were outside in the snow, you're freezing cold, you're going to be a little bit more lethargic. You're going to be slower. You're not going to be running around like crazy. You're going to be a little bit slowed down. The fish do the same thing. So when you use a chatterbait, you use a square bill, if you slow it down and get your retrieve down really slow, but still hit your target depth, you're going to be in the money. So with a square bill, you can keep it at 4 or 5 foot while you're doing a slow retrieve. With a chatterbait, you can do a slow retrieve and still keep it around 7 or 8 foot, a little bit deeper, or you can keep a moderate retrieve and keep it a little bit higher up in the water column. But the chatterbait is a cheap bait. It's a very inexpensive bait and very, very efficient. The square bill, depending on which one you have, which company you use, they could range anywhere from $5 to $100. The ones I use are $15. They're hand painted. They're super high quality, and it's the color that nobody else makes. It's the color that I find works all year long. So it's the most universal color. So the square bill and the chatterbait is going to be my answer for the budget fisherman and cold water fishing. So either way, Daniel, make sure you send me a message with your address so I can send you your free Z-Man baits, and I'll send them out right away so you can use them in the cold water wherever you're at. So I want to thank you guys for asking these questions. It really means a lot that you guys interact in these videos, because the more you interact in these videos, the more videos I can do. Next year, I'm looking into doing a podcast because I love doing these videos, and these videos are kind of like a visual podcast anyway. And I love talking to you guys. I love talking to other people and having interviews and guests and stuff like that. So it makes perfect sense to why not do a podcast that I'm also going to do on here. So the Coffee with Bassquatch is going to continue next year. It's going to be once a week. It's going to be weekly. It's going to be scheduled, so it's not going to be random. It's going to be scheduled every week, the same day, the same time, unless something random comes up. And I'm going to try to do a podcast at the same time as the video. So thank you guys so much for asking these questions. And make sure you post more questions below. So if you guys post questions below on this video, whether it's live or after the video is not live anymore, if I like the question, I think it's a really good question that's going to benefit a lot of people, I'm going to save the question for next week's video, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to answer live on YouTube. I will answer your question, and I will give away a free prize to each person that offers a question good enough for me to use in the video. So it's kind of helping us both out. So I want to find excuses to share more knowledge with you guys and help a bigger audience of people, and also answer questions for you, and you guys can win free baits and get your questions answered. So it's a win-win. So feel free to post questions below at any time, and if it's good enough, I will save it for next week. If it's a quick question, I can answer it right away. Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about something I'm really excited about. So next year, I love Feel Free kayaks. You guys know that I use Feel Free kayaks. It's the kayak that fits me and my style the most. Next year, I'm going to be using the new Dorado, which is the new platform from Feel Free coming out next year. I still can't believe how beautiful this kayak is. The first time I saw this kayak was at iCast in July in Florida, and I've never heard of it or anything about it until iCast. They kept it pretty quiet until iCast for a reason, and I was so blown away. And if you guys want to see sneak peeks, if you guys want to see sneak peeks of that kayak, go to this YouTube channel and look at my iCast. Excuse me again, sorry. look at the iCast video, the iCast experience video. There's a lot of footage of the Dorado because I was so blown away. I kept on filming the Dorado all day, all week. I was filming the Dorado every day. So there's a lot of footage of that kayak. So next year I'll be in that kayak with the pedal drive, the overdrive system from Feel Free, and it's going to change everything. I'll be able to fish bigger waters for longer. I'll be able to fish tougher conditions. I'll be able to fish and film at a different level because I'm going to have a motor, a pedal drive. I'm going to have a bigger kayak. It's wider. It's 38 inches wide. It has more internal storage options than anything else out there. It has an open bow, so I have more storage room. The open bow is going to be my drone landing pad. I'm already like excited for that because right now on my lure I use like a front hatch that's just is big enough for my drone. So if I miss it, I'm screwed. So the open bow will give me an opportunity to put a platform for my drone to land. I'm really excited. So the Dorado is incredible. So, you guys are being super, super quiet on here today. And Brandon Kidd said, Mike, when you want to come down to the Gulf of Mexico? I would love to come down to the Gulf of Mexico, Brandon. I didn't know that you were on the Gulf of Mexico. Like, I knew you were down south, but, hold on, I gotta pause for a minute. Pat Newman just said, speaking of Feel Free kayaks, hold on, I gotta find that comment again now. Speaking of Feel Free kayaks, did you end up selling your 11.5 lure that you had up the other day? I have a lot of messages on the 11.5 lure, but I did not sell it yet, Pat. So, if you are interested, let me know. I'm still local. I live in West Bloomfield, so I'm not far. So if you want to meet up and try it out, I'll be out on the water on Friday, and you're more than welcome to come out and fish in it if you want. I'll be on the water all day Saturday, and you're also more than welcome to come out that day and fish in it all day, try it out. So let me know. Send me a message, Pat, and let me know if you want to check it out. So Brandon Kidd, I want to come down to the Gulf of Mexico extremely bad. So I have not ocean fished in a kayak yet. And I've been getting some flack from some people because they want me to come out and try out ocean fishing, and I'm kind of a baby about it. Like, I'm kind of scared of the ocean. I don't know how you guys do it. Ocean fishing just sounds really scary. I've been in the ocean quite a few times, and it's a very intimidating body of water. And, you know, I'm from Michigan, so, like, the Great Lakes, I fish the Great Lakes. I've been in the Great Lakes. I've been 10 miles offshore on boats, fishing for salmon and trout. I don't think I would ever go on Lake Michigan in a kayak with 3 to 4 foot swells and 3 to 4 foot waves on top of that. I've been seasick on Lake Michigan. I don't know if I could do it in a kayak. That being said, I have never caught a redfish. I've never caught flounder. I've never caught sturgeon. I've never caught tarpon. There's so many fish I want to catch that I need to come down to the coast and try. So I really do want to come down to the Gulf. I'll be in Texas in April. I have a trip planned down to a very exclusive, exciting place that I can't wait to be able to announce to you guys. There's still some details in the works, and as soon as everything's finalized, I have a few more things of paperwork to go through, but as soon as everything's finalized, I'm definitely going to be announcing it like crazy all over Facebook and YouTube because my Texas trip is going to be, it's like a bucket list trip. I can't believe it. I'm even talking to these guys right now, but I'll be in Texas then, but we're doing freshwater. So I do need to come down there and do saltwater very soon, for sure. What was the other comment? Raul Ramirez said, any Nebraska trips planned? No, I don't. So Nebraska, for some reason, I remember seeing that. This is what happens when I'm drinking coffee at like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. I have no idea why I'm so tired today. Nebraska, for some reason, I remember seeing something going on in Nebraska. There was a show or an event or some kind of expo. There's something going on in Nebraska in spring of next year that I was considering to do. So I don't have anything planned anytime soon, I guess, for Nebraska. But there is something that I'll have to ask my wife because she does my scheduling. There is something in Nebraska that I was approached about doing, and I don't remember what it was, but I think it's in the spring. So if I do come out to Nebraska, though, I will let you know for sure, because I will need some local people to take me out of the water. Jim Wareham said, look me up if you're ever fishing in Missouri. That's another place that I need to go fishing in, is Missouri. Missouri is a place that I really want to head out to, and there's some cool spots out there that I would love to be out there and fish. So, yeah, you know what? I will keep you posted. Let me make a note. Okay. I'll let you know if I figure out Missouri, because that is something I do want to do for sure. I haven't been like west of the Mississippi. Like if I take a map and put a mark on every state that I've been fishing in, I've been in almost every state east of the Mississippi, like all the way down. It's crazy. Like I've been to every state. Like the Mississippi, like is my border. Like I can't cross it for some reason, and I haven't fished Maine. I haven't fished Vermont. There's a few places on the northeast I haven't fished yet. I really want to fish Maine really bad. Maine is one of my, like, Maine and Alaska are two places that that's like bucket list places. I've always wanted to fish Maine. I've always wanted to fish Alaska. I've always wanted to fish at, if you've never seen pictures of Banff National Park in Canada, look up Banff National Park. That's one of my dream places to go fishing too. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'm actually trying to figure this out, because next year I need to make this trip happen. But I'm trying to go fishing in Thailand, because Thailand just looks like one of the most beautiful places to be in a kayak. All the rocks, all the structure, the atmosphere just looks insane. Like nothing in this planet compares to what Thailand looks like in pictures. So there's a few places on my list for next year that I'm hoping, you know, the more opportunities I get to film, the more opportunities I get to travel. I'm really trying to knock off some bucket list places and trying to bring you guys some new content, some exciting traveling, some exciting stuff. And I have a lot of places I need to go to this year for sure. So make sure you guys check out the video I posted, though. The wintertime kayak fishing I posted yesterday is a good video. The fall time fishing video is another good video. I really like those videos because fall time fishing is my favorite time of year to fish. It really is. Like, it's cold and it's miserable and it sucks, but for some reason the fish are so much more aggressive, and like I just like the crisp air and the color changing in leaves, and there's no boats on the water because everyone that has a boat gets out of the way for the real men to be in a kayak. It's my little joke at least, but all the boats are winterized already, so there's no boat traffic. Like I really like fall time fishing. So the last couple of videos that I've done are a lot of fun because it's my favorite time of year. So I'm going to be working on a video the next couple days. It's on my screen right now, and that'll be up in the next few days here, and that's going to be my my November experience video. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's a really cool lake I got to fish with my wife and another good buddy. So make sure you guys watch for that soon too. Speaking of wintertime fishing, what do you use / wear when fishing? To answer your question, Jim, sorry, I just kind of read that out loud. So Jim posted, speaking of wintertime fishing, what do you use / wear when fishing? So if you watch the video back, I actually answered a viewer question about cold water baits. It's on my list right here I went over earlier. I also did the wintertime fishing video I posted yesterday that talks about wintertime fishing baits. And I posted a fall time fishing video last week or 2 weeks ago that was about cold water baits. But as far as apparel goes, so I have NRS pants that I wear. I have, there's a lot of different stuff that I wear. It all depends on the actual weather. If it's snowing outside, I have different gear. If it's raining, I have different gear. If it's just cold, I have like 10 different things to wear. It depends on the temperature and what lake I'm going on based on how much I need to move. But for an example, today, so I have a pair of waterproof bibs that I wear that are insulated. They're super comfortable. They're waterproof. They're really warm. I wear those with a pair of muck boots, wool socks and muck boots. What's up, Mike Godlewski? How you doing, bro? I wear muck boots because they're super warm, they're insulated, and they're waterproof. And then I wear like an Under Armour base layer, like the 3.0, like really heavy base layer, with a hoodie. Like today I wore that with a hoodie and I was fine in 40-degree weather. When it starts snowing out in like a week or so, I'll start wearing like a jacket over that or something. And then obviously my PFD kind of holds it all in tight, keeps me warm. And then I switch between hats. I wear knit hats. I wear face masks to keep the wind off my face. I'll wear a rain jacket if it's snowing. My only thing is gloves. So gloves are my biggest battle when it comes to cold fishing. I don't like to wear gloves because I like to be able to feel my rod. I like to feel the reel. I like to be able to touch baits. Like, I don't like gloves. Plus, most gloves, if they're warm, they're not waterproof. And if they get wet, they're waterlogged. If they are warm, they're usually too thick and you feel weird, like you can't hold anything. So what I've been doing is filling my my sweatshirt, my hoodie, my pouch with hand warmers. And like those little hand warmer bags. I put those in my pouch as soon as I get out of the water. Anytime my hands get cold, I'll cast. I'll put one hand in my pouch until it gets super warm. Pull it back in, put my other hand in there, stuff like that. John Kincaid said, on the same way I'm fishing, I can't stand gloves. Oh, ice fishing. Yeah, ice fishing is the same way. Ice fishing, I don't like wearing gloves either. They don't make a glove that is perfect. They don't make a glove that is warm, waterproof, and not in the way. It just doesn't exist. It has to. You have to give up one of them. Either they can't be warm, they can't be waterproof, or you can't function your fingers. Like, it's just how it is. So I usually put hand warmers. You can buy them really cheap. I buy like a big box of them. I put them in my life jacket, so I can put my hand in my life jacket. I put them in my pouch, my hoodie. I'll put them in my pockets, in my pants, like wherever I have to put them, so I can put my hands and let my hands get super hot for 10 minutes, however long I need to do it. If I need to do it, cast once, reel it in, put my hands in my pockets. Cast one, reel it in, put one of my hands. I don't care what I got to do. I usually do that so I can have bare hands. The only problem is once you start catching fish and holding fish and pike and stuff like that, your hands get wet. Then it's a lot harder, but same idea. Buy a bunch of hand warmers. Or if someone knows a good wintertime glove that you can use while fishing and still have your fingertips, post it on here. That'd be amazing. If anyone knows a good glove that they've actually used, they've actually have experience trying, and it works well fishing cold weather, post it on this video. Post a link, post a picture, post the name, whatever it is, post it on here because I want to see what they are for sure. So John Kincaid mentioned ice fishing and reminded me I am doing at least one ice fishing video this year. So I'm not a big ice fisherman. I've been ice fishing my entire life since I was a kid. I've lived in Michigan. I've always grown up on lakes and been around water. I have 25 lakes within 5 minutes of my house, and I've always been somewhat in this area for the most part. So ice fishing is like just part of my life. It always has been. Not a big fan of it because I like being in a kayak. I like paddling. I like moving. I like casting. Not a big fan of sitting there in the cold going like this. But a good buddy of mine, Chris, got a really nice shanty last year, and I got him a heater for Christmas. So we have a heated shanty. We get to fish in t-shirts. My wife is dancing in front of the camera, or like behind the camera. So pardon my pause, but I had to stop because she like walked out of the bedroom and started like doing her little shimmy dance in front of me. So
that sounded wrong.
What sounded wrong?
Walk out of the bedroom.
Oh, walking out of the bedroom? Yeah.
I was on an important business call.
Yeah, she was on a very important business call, so she left the room so she wouldn't be in the background of my video. Then she walked out doing like a little dance. It was kind of cool. So
in my PJs.
In her PJs. So sorry I had to stop, but my wife takes precedence over a video. So are you gonna say hi?
Just a quick hi.
Oh, check us out. So hold on. Before you even say hi.
Don't mind my massive like.
So don't hit the backdrop.
Sorry.
Easy, bro.
Bro.
So you guys are about to be in for a treat here because my wife never, ever, ever will come on the videos with me.
Don't get too hyped up.
This is like the squirrel. Yeah, I do have ADD extremely bad. So. And
I'm definitely a squirrel. So.
And she's a squirrel. So she never comes to my videos anymore because she's super shy. If you guys watch the YouTube video on this channel where it says "Girl Catches Muskie," that's my wife. She destroyed our muskie trip and caught a massive muskie. It was so cool. So she's starting to come in the videos more often, but she is my rock. She's the coolest chick in the world. Great fisherwoman. So I I'm excited. So, actually, why don't you grab the other chair?
I just texted me really quick.
Why don't you grab the other chair?
Nope.
Why don't you have a little chat and coffee with Bassquatch? So, this is my wife, Erica, also known as the Bassquatch Huntress, because she outfishes me a lot of times.
Nah. Sorry.
I almost spit my coffee back in my mug. So, what's up, girl?
Just working.
Just working. So, I would ask her opinion on wintertime fishing, but she doesn't like the cold, so she doesn't really do a lot of wintertime fishing.
No.
Come
here, buddy.
Kevin Sandels said hi. Or said hello.
Oh, hello, Kevin.
And this is Cedar. If you guys haven't seen my dog, this is Cedar. During the summer and spring and fall, when it's not too cold or too hot, this little guy is always in my wife's kayak. He loves the kayak. She has a lure 11.5, a feel-free lure 11.5. He stands on the front of the kayak like a hood ornament. It's the most adorable thing in the world. Or he sleeps under the seat the whole time because the seat lifts up so high. He walks right underneath it and lays down and falls asleep. But he's got his own Instagram account. It's called
Cedar the Poochie.
Cedar the Poochie. So it's Cedar is Cedar. And then Poochie is Poochi.
Yes.
So Cedar the Poochie, one word. On Instagram, you can follow his travels with us. He goes on a lot of our road trips with us. He'll be in Tennessee with us, right?
He'll be more famous than you soon.
He'll be in Tennessee with us, right?
Of course.
Okay. So when we go to Tennessee, he'll be there too.
Hi, Trish.
Yeah, Mike Lucy says, Trish says hello to you both and Cedar the Poochie. You'll see. So this would be cool. So this trip that we're doing in Tennessee, which is in 10 days, something like that.
I don't know. We leave next Saturday.
Next Saturday. So I'm going to do a lot of cool stuff on that trip. So I'm going to do as many live videos as I can on YouTube and Facebook because I'm going to bring you guys a lot of cool stuff. We're also going to be we're going to film a vlog of us driving down there together, which is a 12-hour drive. We get a little slap happy, a little loopy. And, like, there are a lot. If you haven't seen our vlogs, there's 2 of them on this channel so far. There's an Ohio vlog and a New York vlog.
No.
And, yeah, if you watch the vlog, you'll get that joke because it's really funny, actually. But we get really stupid slap happy. So if you want to see a different side of us and a different side of what we do, check out the vlogs. They're a lot of fun. But vlog. Video log. Log. Anyway. So Cedar's going to come with us. We're going to document the entire journey. We're going to film some really cool videos down there. It'll be a lot of fun. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I had to talk about today anyway. So let me take my last sip of coffee, because that's the rule of Bassquatch. Coffee with Bassquatch is we stop when the coffee's gone, because then my energy's gone. So, hold on.
My coffee's gone. Gone?
Will you stop? You're going to make me spit my coffee out. I got one more sip.
Chug.
I'm not chugging. This is like literally one more sip. This is a cup and a half or 2 cups of coffee. It's a 16-ounce coffee mug. That's all I ever use, so I can fit 2 cups in one.
Oh, honey. All right. Bye, Al.
Hold on. We're going to sign off together.
Oh.
So, if you guys have any questions, post them on here. If it's a really good question, I will use it for next week's Coffee with Bassquatch video, Volume 10. That's going to be kind of a big deal because Volume 10... Hold on. You're going to answer his question in 1 second. Volume 10 is going to be cool. So, Coffee with Bassquatch X, we'll call it, which is Roman numeral for 10, is going to be exciting. Not only are we going to answer viewer questions, so any questions that you ask that I use in the video next week, you will win a prize. Also, we're going to give away some other cool stuff because we're going to celebrate the 10th. Geez, sorry. We're going to celebrate the 10th episode of Coffee with Bassquatch. So make sure you guys tune in next week. We'll do another later in the day video. Usually I do these in the morning during the week. We're going to do another one later in the day next week so you guys can come on in after work and hang out with us, and I'll have more time to answer questions. Chuck said, text me what time you go fishing Saturday. Chuck, Saturday I'm going fishing probably at 9 in the morning. I wait for the sun to come up and for it to warm up a little bit because it's going to be like 30 degrees. So probably 9, 10 in the morning we'll be on the water on Union.
Really?
Really what?
Oh.
Mike Godlewski asked about the mug. So every video I try to use a different mug. I love coffee mugs. I'm weird like that.
We can't have that many mugs for every video that you do.
No, but I rotate them. But I try to rotate them. So this one says fishing people, and then around the circle, and it says we people right there. John Kincaid, yes, it's an open invite. If you are in Michigan or you feel like driving to Michigan last minute, I will be on Union Lake on Friday and Saturday, and you are more than welcome to come out anytime you want. Send me a message if you don't have my phone number, and I'll give you my phone number, and we can touch base and coordinate. But anybody who wants to come out and venture out in the cold and catch some awesome smallmouth bass, not only are you more than welcome to come out, I have spare kayaks, I have life jackets, paddles, I have spare baits. Anything you guys need, let me know. Come on out. It'll be a lot of fun. John Kincaid, I'd love to have you out. So this mug says, hook and lure, on the boat, casting out, good times, be your own kind of people.
And we got it from his sister.
That's what it says around there.
We got 2 of them from his sister for Christmas last year. You can go online and look up We People mugs.
If you look up We People mugs...
They have them for everything. They've got Dog People, which is the one I should have, really.
John Kincaid said, if I can pull it back up. Also, I've got a Kettering mug I'll let you use.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, actually, because I didn't go to Kettering. So I was supposed to go to Kettering, and I moved last minute and went to Lakeland. My sister went to Kettering. But, yeah. So either way, make sure you guys check out the video I posted yesterday, which is the wintertime fishing. It'll answer a lot of your guys' questions as far as what baits to use and how to fish in the wintertime and how to catch fish in the cold water. She's trying sneaking away, and I'm not going to let her. Make sure you guys share this video. Give it a big thumbs up. Comment below with any questions you guys have for kayak fishing, rigging, kayak parts, accessories, anything at all. And if I choose your question to answer next week, you will win a prize. So congratulations again to Adventures 101, Larry Farley and Daniel Kennedy, who gets to win a new free package of Z-Man Hogs Finesse craw baits. So send me your address and I will send these back out to you right away. So either way, thanks for watching, guys. Check out the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And have an awesome day. So normally I say the same sign out every time. I say I'll see you guys on the water. This time we're going to do it differently, and we're going to say it together and say that we will see you guys on the water.
But I won't because it's too cold.
Okay, so I will see you guys on the water soon.
I'll see you in the water in the spring.
Yeah, she'll see you on the water in the spring when it's warm enough for her to be on the water. So thank you, baby.
Yeah.
So you guys have an awesome night. Thank you for joining me on Coffee with Bassquatch Volume 9. Make sure you guys come on next week because Volume 10 is going to be amazing. We're going to give away a lot of prizes. Like, no joke, I plan on giving away at least 5 or 6 prizes to you guys next week, just on the video. Not counting the prizes I'm going to give away to the people who submit questions. So please submit questions below that we can answer for next week's video, and if we pick your question, you'll win a prize. If you don't submit a question, still join the video, because we're going to give away random prizes throughout the whole entire video next week to celebrate Coffee with Bassquatch Volume 10. So, as always, thank you for your support. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, share this video on your channel, on your Facebook page, wherever you guys want to share it, and make sure you guys watch some other videos. The more subscribers I get, the more likes I get, the more comments I get, the more I can keep on doing what I'm doing, and the more it motivates me, and the more it helps me reach out to more people. So, thank you guys again, have an awesome day, and as always, I'll see you guys on the water. Thanks, guys.